Hey, hope you're doing well, guys. Hope you got a nice day. I was still pretty low because I'm very sick. It's a bit better than yesterday already. Anyways, today is going to be a low pitch voice. Anyways. Yeah, I hope you had a nice day. Tonight, we are talking about NFTs. Yesterday, we were talking about how to make money without walking the industry, basically. Different options to get a bit of bucks at the end of the month. And NFTs is definitely an option. And especially this year, 2021, we have seen a lot of craze around NFTs. Everyone and their mother was talking about that at some point. Without necessarily understanding what it was. There's a lot of people were talking about that, spreading rumors and information without knowing a single thing about them. That's part of the game. That's fine. Today we're going to have like a no-nonsense guide to NFT. Like if you are level 0 in crypto and NFT, this should give you like a rough idea of what it is, how it works, and how to create some. This is not financial advice. This is the next 100x gem that you need to invest. You do you press the button. I'm not responsible for that, of course. But this is just to explain to you what it's about, what's the use case behind that, what's the potential of that, what it means for artists, how to mint an NFT, and how to be successful. At least that's the playbook. For the record, I've been selling NFTs between February and May. I've been kind of successful, to be honest, compared to most of other random artists. I've not been selling anything since. Because time has changed. I was able to ride the hype bubble. When in February, March, and even April, everyone was talking about NFTs in the art space. Everyone was like, hey bro, do you have a foundation invite, please? So I was able to ride the hype bubble because I was involved in the NFT since December 2020. So I was a bit earlier to the party. So it was a bit easier for me. Since the space has evolved, I was not able to keep up, but I'm still following that pretty closely. And I will be back on the NFT game pretty soon. Hopefully end of the year or early 2022. Yeah. Let's start with an overall definition of NFTs, what they are. This is by no means a scientific definition at all. This is just my own definition of the thing. I might be butchering some specific terms, but bear with me. This is just normie's guide to NFTs to explain to your grandma what it is. Basically, NFT, let's consider that as a technology, as a piece of technology that is attached to everything we want. It's not just art. It could be anything that involves a contract, basically. When basically you are, for example, selling your art in exchange of money for print, for example, there is some kind of contract behind, like, hey, you pay me this amount of money, in exchange you get that. When you're working with a client, hey, okay, you want this illustration, this is a contract, this is how I am supposed to work, this is how you are supposed to work, this is the price we agreed on, this is the deadline we are supposed to finish the work together, these are your obligations as an artist, these are your obligations as a client. There's a contract that is structuring the frame around what you're doing, which is producing art in our case. So in the art space, at least, NFTs are used for mainly two things. The first thing that is implemented into those kind of smart contracts. Let's consider NFT technology as a smart contract attached to something. By smart contract, I mean basically there's a contract with a set of rules that has been defined in advance. That is run by the blockchain, which is basically everyone and nobody at the same time. So run by computer basically and attached to a file. In our case, it's art. It can be a piece of music. It can be a picture. It can be a video, a GIF, some clips, some 3D, whatever. So this smart contract generally for art has two use. The first one is to act as a proof of authenticity with some kind of history. Basically, when you see a piece on the blockchain, you have a part that is called history. I'm going to show you a bit later. There's a part called history, and you can see publicly the entire life of the picture. So basically, who created that with the name and some ID attached to that, who bought it for which price, who sold it for which price, and so on, and the date and stuff like that. You have access to the entire history and details of the piece. So this acts as some kind of proof of authenticity, because if I have a piece of mine and the creator is not me, let's say the creator is Bob, not Tim, you know that even though it's a JPEG with my picture, that's been made by Bob, so it's not an original. Because you might be wondering, like, hey, is it just some JPEGs that we are selling? I could copy some JPEG and sell them. Yeah. But with that smart contract of history, you can basically identify who uploaded the picture first. And if there are two of the same picture, you can compare, and one of them will be older, of course, or in any case, the internet will know. So this is the first aspect of NFTs, basically a proof of authenticity to protect your work, protect your identity, and to show who owned the picture, who sold it at which price, who bought it when, at which price, and so on. The second thing that is often attached to the smart contract for NFT art are generally royalties, which is basically generally every time you sell an NFT, or rather resell it, there's like a few percentile cut that goes directly to the artist. So let's say you're selling a piece for 1 Ethereum. You are the artist selling that, so you get 1 Ethereum, that's fine. The person who got it is selling it 6 months later for 3 Ethereum. Let's assume there was a 10% royalties out of that 3 Ethereum transaction that the next owner of the piece will do. The owner will get 2.7 and you will get 0.3, which is 10% of the transaction. So it's a fantastic way to have passive income basically coming towards you in crypto if you are selling pieces that are able to get resold then. Another use case that we can have attached to the smart contract and attached to the NFT is some kind of attached file. You can attach a link to join the specific Discord, private Discord, to grab access to some kind of website to redeem some coupon code if you want to print it. Maybe there are some codes that you can use on a website to get a free print of the picture. Basically, as long as you can attach it as a link or as a text file, you're free to attach whatever you want to it. It could be a link to a website, a private community, a coupon code, or something like that. And sometimes there are other utilities that are a bit gamifying the NFTs. For example, maybe you can destroy that NFT if you want, for whatever reason. Maybe it has some use and release something. Maybe at some point you can use that NFT as basically an entrance ticket, some kind of events, or to mint other NFTs, to basically make your NFT evolve, stuff like that. Basically, there can be a bit of coding attached to the NFT, to the picture, or to the art, to establish more complex rules. And sometimes you can attach a whole game, basically, to it if you want. The sky is kind of the limit. You have barely scraped the surface. That's why there is like an iceberg picture onto this miniature. That's because we are talking about the external side of the iceberg, the visible part of the iceberg. But what's down below is huge, 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 and we have barely scraped the surface. Makes sense for now? Let's assume that it makes sense. Yeah, basically the sky is the limit in terms of utility. As long as you have a good coder, you can do pretty much whatever you want with that. So. Sorry, I'm still coughing. Trying to mute myself. Again, for the art space, let's try to identify some kind of different types of NFTs. This is not exhaustive at all, by the way. This is just few of the most obvious examples. Let me share my screen. You know what? Let's use this one. So, the first example is called collectibles. It's like some Pokemon cards, some Pogs, some collection coins, stuff like that. Basically, they are part of a theory. There are different variations of them. Oh. And gotta collect them all, basically. Let's have a look, for example. This website is called Rarible. Let's get the Savage Dog. I have no idea what it is, by the way. But let's open that and see what it is. Savage Dogs. Okay, you have this kind of stuff. Made of clay, it seems. Let's have a look. Created. There you go. And you see there are a bunch of variations. Some of them are more expensive than other, rarer. Oh my god. That's not the best taste in the world, but anyways. You get the point. Hello, sweetie. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hope you're doing well. So yeah, collectibles. You see this kind of stuff. Always part of the same series. It's a bit like Pokemon's, Yu-Gi-Oh card, Magic the Gathering cards. Same format, different content. Part of the same family, basically. You're the same with like CryptoPunks. Those guys. We're gonna talk a lot about those guys. Same with Bored Ape, for example. Again, there's the monkey themed stuff. Same with Mechaverse. It's a bunch of Gundams, stuff like that. Same with the Crypto Toads, for example. Cool Cats. These are collectibles, basically. For spots. Subdogs. The first thing you might tell yourself is, oh my god, the art is kind of bad. Except in stuff like Mechaverse, for example. Or CryptoPunk, we can't really tell, it's very simplistic. This one, to be honest, the art itself is kind of... On a technical standpoint, it's kind of simple, let's say. Robotos, I missed one. I was supposed to get one, but I missed. Anyways. G-Penguins. Anyways. So with Meebits, these ones are cool. Look like some Minecraft characters. Of course, they are mine. I think mine are better. At least on a technical standpoint. Anyways. Yeah, NFTs seems to be a strange world indeed. It's a very curious world. Let's see. Anyways. So, those are the collectibles. We also have the fine art part. For example, on Super Rare. This is a good example. Let's have a look. Oops. Can we see Some example, please. It's a bit laggy tonight. I don't really know why. It's more fine art typed in general. There can be some simpler stuff, but in general, it's looking kind of great. I like this kind of stuff. Some nice photography. I don't like it. Let's try to have a look at this one. Pretty nice photograph. Pretty nice. There's a recreated one. Anyways. This is the example, but let's have a look at, I don't know. So look at Billy Ellis, for example. We talked about him yesterday. Super Rare is very laggy tonight. Hey, you see, in terms of art, it's pretty good. Pretty nice looking, to be honest. Nice color, nice 3D, fantastic shaders, nice rendering. This is an example. You can get Zomax. He made so much money. Hey, that's Zomax. Like this one got sold for 100 ETH. This is looking pretty cool. You got a lot of stuff going. Anyways, we also have... Let's look at Peter Moore Baker. I missed buying some of his work for $50 in December. Now it's sold for like 5 ETH. It was $50 at the time. I saw that, I was like, oh my god, only $50? This guy is a legend. So if this one got sold for 10 ETH, $50 in December. 3 months later, boom, 10 ETH. Yeah, anyways. So this is the example. You also have other website. You can have some abstract stuff like Pack. He's selling cubes and sphere for absolute fortune. Anyways. So we had collectibles, fine art. We also have some gaming related stuff. For example, Axie Infinity. This is a very nice game. A bit like Pokemon. You get your free axes. Those are those small creatures looking like some mice. And you fight basically, and you earn some reward, and you can sell the reward on the crypto space basically to earn money in crypto. And this game has been so successful and so popular, and basically a lot of people in the Philippines. Let me have a look. Axie Infinity. You can watch this documentary called Play to Earn in the Philippines. And basically it's changing the economics of Philippines because people are kind of poor there. And some kids playing Axis for like 5 hours per day can make like around $1,000 per month, which is just a lot there. It's changing the life of a lot of people right there. Just by playing a game on smartphone. Because basically you have the creatures, you can breed them, you can sell them a bit like Pokemons. You can sell the creatures on the market for ETH or for money, basically. You can sell the potions to breed them. You can sell some accessories for money. So the more you play, the more money you make, basically. The only problem with that game today is that to start, you need some creatures, so you need to buy them. So you need quite of a strong investment at the beginning. There are some alternatives to that. We're going to talk about that a bit later. Same with Gala games. They are pretty new to the space. But some games looks pretty nice. Mirandus, I'm pretty excited to look at this. Seems to be like a very, very nice RPG. Looking pretty cool. Pretty nice looking stuff. Some Diablo-like plus low poly. Basically, you can buy the characters for the coins that they have. So it's a bit like buying something in a classic video game shop. So let's say you want to... You're playing an MMO, there's an in-game currency. You're buying them for euros, then you can buy some skins and stuff like that. It's a bit the same. Except that as it's crypto, you can speculate on the price of the token. So sometimes you can resell the skin and stuff like that. I think the creatures from Axis need to be bought with ETH. Indeed. Let's have a look. I sold on OpenSea. And yeah, you see there's the Ethereum ticker symbol. So they are sold in ETH, unfortunately. But we're gonna see how to get some ETH too. This is not financial advice, by the way. But at some point we're gonna explain how to mint an NFT. And we're gonna have to explain on how to get ETH. With ETH, you can mint NFT, which is upload them. We can also buy some. This is an example for Gala. I'm very excited about my Rangers. Seems pretty cool. I have no idea about the gameplay, but I like how it looks. I like the retro style. I like the lighting a lot. And if I can, I'm gonna definitely give it a try. So it's a bit like microtransaction in games. But you can resell the stuff if you want and speculate on the token. So maybe you just hold the token, you expect it to go up in price because there's a limited amount of the coins. And when it's rare, you resell that for more expensive. That's what I did on Gala. I don't own any Gala anymore for disclosure. Same with Illuvium. This is another gaming related game. This is like the realistic Axie Infinity, if I can say. I honestly don't really like the visuals because it looks like it has been made with the default Unreal Engine. It's not looking great, in my opinion. Like this stuff, come on, it's like 10 years old. Creatures are cool, but it's like vanilla Unreal Engine. The creatures are nice, but whatever. Don't really like the environment. But apparently the game will be very, very solid, very strong. Whatever, I don't really know what it is. Fight for ETH, whatever. With some creatures to collect, you fight with the creatures. Whatever, you can check the website basically. And finally, there are some stuff called the Metaverse, which is basically a mix between Minecraft and Second Life. Plus social medias. So it's basically Second Life, but 2021. For example, is the Sandbox. It's like a virtual space where you can attend some events. You can own your own land. Snoop Dogg did a concert on the Metaverse recently. Or will do that pretty soon. It's a bit like what's going on with Fortnite right now. In Fortnite, you, aside from the Battle Royale game, you have a hub when you can hang out and see some concerts and stuff like that. See some events from a distance. So it's like the new version of Second Life, and it's resembling a lot of what you can see in like Ready Player One with the Oasis. The Oasis is the exact description of the metaverse, to be honest, what it's going to be like. Axie Infinity seems to have a lot of charm and cuteness packed in one. Yeah, Axie Infinity is very cool. It's very cute. It's a very good game, very fun. I have a bunch of friends who are playing them. But it costs a lot of money now to enter. But there are some options where you can get the creatures for free. You can basically lend them. And all the money that you have, let's say you are lending the creatures, you are renting the creatures basically to someone, because some players have like 1,000 axes and they don't know what to do because you only need 3. So they are building some smaller team, and then the team, they are renting that to people, so people can start playing, start earning money. They take a cut, like maybe 20 to 30%. You keep the rest. So let's say you earn $1,000 per month by playing like, I don't know, 5 hours per day. So in the end, you pay like 200 to your patron as a rent. You keep the rest. And maybe 3 months later, once you have like 2K, 3K, you can buy your own Axie team and start playing and earning for yourself, basically. I have some buddies doing that because they have a lot of Axies, and now they are basically patrons. And it's kind of cool because you allow people to get money and to get started in the game. You still earn money, but you also earn money while doing nothing, which is pretty cool. What's cool in this sandbox too is that you can have your own land, a bit like Minecraft. So you have some places, some squares on a map. You can put whatever you want. You can put some buildings, some branding for your brand, some virtual museum where people can pay to basically get the right to visit what's going on. You see, there's a huge market. Basically, there are some accessories that you can sell, and all of these are NFTs, which is pretty cool. Let's have a look at the lens, for example. What is that? FTX, pirate, nope. Lens. There we go. Let's pick this one. It costs 0.4 ETH, which is around 1.6k dollars. $1,200 right now. You see the placement of the land on the map. So every square represents a land. So they are more or less big. And this orange spot should be the one that you have. Technically, if I understand it correctly. And some people have some huge lands. Because you see there's the map of the sandbox. Let's have a look. There we go. Every little square is a land. You see some people like Sean the Sheep. They have a lot of lands. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 by 12. So with this guy, Whale Shark, he has a lot. Crypto Kitties, they have a lot. This sandbox, they still have a lot. Whale Shark has another one right there. Metaki, they have a ginormous one right there. This 24 by 24 is for sale on... Wow. It's for sale on OpenSea. It might cost a lot. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the history of that. It got sold for 3 million sandbox coins. I have no idea what it cost. But apparently it was around 1,240 ETH at the time. Which is a lot of money. That's a huge place. So that's the Metaverse ID. So a bit like Second Life in the crypto space where you can earn real money and sell items like clothing, whatever. Oh my god, this is huge. Look at that. Look at how big this is. This guy, Whale Shark, is one of the biggest metaverse guy. There's a lot of lands. Anyways, I think you get the point. So a metaverse, gaming related, fine art and collectibles. That's how you can see there are some utilities, like the utility of buying that is that you own the land and you're free to do whatever you want. You're free to put whatever you want in it. It's kind of free. Some guys like Whale Shark. I think Whale Shark, this guy has so much NFTs that he's building some virtual museum and you pay a fee to visit them. So he's making money this way by building some museums, basically. Look at that. He's everywhere, basically. He's fucking everywhere and he's buying everything probably to get a squared 24 by 24 again. This guy's freaking everywhere. Right there, right there, right there. It's a lot right there. Anyways. So. Let's now talk about the exciting part, which is we know that we can earn some monies with that, but how much? Old school games? There's some stuff in the cryptoverse. It's a company in Lyon, pretty close to where I live. Okay. Coin market cap. Anyways, so we talked about money, but how much? NFTs is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Let's have a look at CryptoPunks, for example. So those 24 by 24 pixel art picture of characters, it got created in 2017. They got bought for basically free, or almost free, like 1 cent per picture, and today they are selling for fortunes. Basically, owning a CryptoPunk today is the crypto equivalent of owning a Lamborghini. So, yeah. What's the last test offer? This picture got sold last time 2 months ago for 50 Ethereum. Today it's 200 Gs. 4 years ago it got sold for 0.2 Ethereum, which was pretty much nothing 4 years ago. Like less than €1 probably. And now it's for 200 Gs. And I know that the floor price of CryptoPunk is above 100 Ethereum today. So today, it was sold as the bare minimum compared to the other ones. It will be like 400 Gs today. Water Shadow here. Hey, buddy. Hey, man, will this be posted anywhere or saved? I won't be able to look for much. It will be updated on YouTube pretty soon. There should be a link down below for YouTube. Other than that, just check the art nest on YouTube and you will be able to see the replay. You can already watch it once the stream is over on Twitch, of course. But if you want to watch it properly on YouTube, it should be available in 2 days. In 48 hours on YouTube. Hey, nice to see you. But yeah, CryptoPunks, at the beginning of the year, they were like around 5 ETH, something like that. 9 months ago, put on sale for 4.5 ETH. 9 months ago, so it was like in January. So if now the floor price is 100 ETH, it's already more than a 20x in price. That's a lot. Let's have a look at the highest sale. Highest last sale. You ready? This one sold for 4,200 ETH 7 months ago. That's more than $1 million for JPEG. Do you think the price for most NFTs is inflating, being a crypto space for a while now? Even they think it's a bit ballooned. Interesting in seeing NFTs for other utilities though. Do I think the price of NFT in general is inflated? For like 90% of NFTs, yes. That's my opinion. A lot of them, we're gonna have a look at some Ponzi schemes and stuff like that later. I think they are completely overpriced. CryptoPunks, they are the first ones, so I think it's okay. I think it's okay, and I think they are here to stay and to reach absurd level price. But stuff like, I don't know, cryptos, do I think they will still be relevant in like 10 years? Probably not. Cool Cats? Maybe. Lost Poets? I don't know. Subducks? I don't think so. Robotos? No. Pudgy Penguins? No. Meebits? Probably. Crypto Rocks? I would like them to be relevant, but probably not, unfortunately. Lands on the sandbox? We'll see. Maybe there will be some concurrence. But yeah, as you said, there's a lot of predatory product out there that prey on FOMO and hype. Yeah, and we're gonna talk about that. There's a lot of scams. Makeverse Reaper. Rest in fucking peace, you piece of scam. This thing got released, it was so hyped. And they traded a fuck ton of money already. But this thing, they got caught red-handed to basically get their buddies to get the robots for cheap. It was a bit of wash trading, so it was not very great. Bored Ape, I have no idea. I think they are probably here to stay. But yeah, CryptoPunk and Bored Ape. Maybe Cool Cats too. Not that worried. Robotos, RIP. Pudgy Penguins, RIP. Subduck, RIP. Cryptodes, ripped at some point. Makeverse, RIP. Do you think it's worth it for an everyday artist still? Or is most of the NFT wealth relegated to the top artists with following now, especially with the minting fees? We're gonna talk about that later. I really think it's not too late, and I actually think it's very early still. But art is not enough. That's what I learned when I did my crypto rocks, which on a technical standpoint are, at least in my opinion, pretty good. Like it was really a big exercise of artificial photography, 4K resolution, photorealistic, but nobody gives a shit about that. So art alone is not enough in general. If I had like a super rare or a nifty gateway invite and I had sold them, I would already be a fucking millionaire with that, for sure. But as I'm no celebrity, I'm just fucking nobody. Especially in social medias, nobody gave a damn about that. If I had managed to do really, really good communication on Twitter, on social medias, I have some nice coding buddy helping me to code them properly instead of just releasing them on OpenSea, this could have been a great success for sure. I'm gonna see the different keys of quote-unquote success to NFTs. But I really think that, yeah, most of the work today is social media for NFTs. Building a community, making friends, making connection in the space, earning people's trust, which I didn't do at the time. I was just focusing so hard on that I didn't do it, and I got wrecked, but didn't sell as much as I wanted. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, but a lot of times it feels fake and greedy for sure. And yeah, you need to manage social media a lot. And you see already in like the Instagram space, for example, there's a lot of people that are like drop shipping on their viewers, like telling them, hey, this is the new AirPod killer. It's like $100 on my website with my affiliate link. Buy it. And it's a shit that you have bought for $5 on AliExpress. So social media, again, it's not the problem of social media. It's the people on social media that you need to be careful of. So that's a space. Those small fish, they are sharks. You need to be careful about that. So let's talk about the stupid amount of money. So we talked about CryptoPunks. Like this one got sold for more than $1 million. Today's Ethereum's price. Same with this one. $500,000, $500,000, third of a million. $250,000. 200 G's. It's crazy already. 300 G's today. 600 ETH, 550, 520, 500, 500, 500. All the zombies, they have like almost a 500 floor now. 300, 320, 35. Same with those beanies. 300 Ethereum floor with the hoodies. Same, there's almost a 300 floor on the hoodies. Yeah, see you, Water. Nice to see you. Take care. Same with the sunglasses. Yeah, lot of money right there. Bored Ape. It was like 20% of an ETH to get one. Today the floor is almost 30 ETH. That's an easy 20 times almost 600x. They got released like in March. Something like that, March or April. So 600x in 3 months, that's a lot of money. Imagine you manage to get like 20 of them. Make 600 ETH out of 1 ETH investment. That's crazy. That's what I call life-changing money. 600 ETH today, it's like 2.4 millions. Yeah, that's a lot. Wait, the 2.4 million. So the guy. Oh yeah, so my bad. This CryptoPunk today 16 millions. Not 2 millions, 16 millions. Holy shit. My bad. I'm not good at math. 16 millions for a 24 by 24 JPEG. Not bad. Let's check the history of that. It has never been sold before. Who's Mono? Who's that guy? I'm collecting a lot of stuff probably. Anyways, 16 millions. Let's have a look at Ben Morrow. Ben Morrow, he sold. He was able to ride the hype bubble. He sold his comic book as an NFT, made 2 million in a weekend, almost overnight. I hope this guy has not cashed out. Because 2 million in March, actually it would be 4 million, and next year it would be something like at least 10 millions, something like that. So this is freaking life-changing. People, you ready? People, he sold this picture at Christie's for $69 million. Plus, he made a fuck ton of money selling NFTs. It's crazy. Almost overnight. Let's look at Zomax. She's Cornelius Damrick. At 27 plus 30, that's 57 plus 100, that's 157. 210, 217, 223, 243, almost 250 ETH selling these pictures. I hope he has not cashed out, because today that's $1 million. Selling all pictures of him. That's a lot. With $1 million, if you manage that properly, you can live out of that, no problem. For your entire life. It's kind of good. That's kind of good. So, let's talk a bit now about what it means for artists and the art space in general. As we have seen, if for whatever reason you sell out overnight and become a huge success in the NFT space, it can be life-changing in terms of money. Like real life-changing. Let's say you buy a CryptoPunk for 5 ETH, sell it for 100 ETH or 300. That's life-changing. You buy 20 Bored Ape at the launch for 1 ETH total. You sell them now for 600 ETH. Oh boy. You leave all of that, no problem. If you are smart, of course. Or not stupid. But yeah, this can be life-changing money. And also for those people, and for a lot of artists, something that is nice is if you are at least mildly successful, just enough to cover your bills, selling NFTs while doing whatever you want, you can basically reach some kind of artistic freedom. You're free to do whatever you want. You're paid to do that. So why would you work in the industry? While you can basically work on your own, at your house, doing whatever you want, working on your universe without stress, without working for anyone else, and get paid enough to live. So you can reach artistic freedom thanks to that if you are mildly successful, not just being a rock star, but if it covers your basic cost of living, that's good. We might earn, but who are willing to spend that much? Trust me, there's a lot of people willing to spend that much. There's a lot of people with a lot of money that don't really know what to do with that, or want to invest and make even more money thanks to that. Also, it's a good way to introduce artists to the world of cryptocurrency in general and to get them financially educated. Because let's say overnight you get your 2 millions. If you are responding thanks to your emotions, you are cashing out everything and you get ripped by the taxes. And then 1 year later, once Ethereum reaches 10k, you sold it at 1.5k, you're like, no, what did I do? You're like, so I hope that every big artist becoming overnight millionaire like that remain cold-blooded enough to basically get financially educated, get some nice advice about crypto, and realize that they can grow their money even more pretty fast, pretty easily, and probably live out of that if they are kind of not even smart, but just doing a bunch of research. You have $1 million, you can earn passively without doing anything, pretty safely. Maybe 150G, 200G per year passively with 1 million. So Ben Morrow, $2 million. You can earn 300G passively without doing anything thanks to your crypto every year for the rest of your life. So basically you can do whatever you want for you and pay for your family, pay the studies for your kid, pay your loans, pay your house, pay your mortgage, and be financially free. Only if you don't squander that buying a Lambo out of the box right now. And you place that money properly. So it forces you to be smart about your money and to get educated about money in general and taxes and stuff like that. Also, with all those big artists earning metric ton of money thanks to NFT, if the industry, like the movie or game industry, still wants them, they need to raise their price. It's kind of good for artists now because there's another solution for artists to earn money than working in the industry. So the industry, technically, they know that you are successful at NFTs. If they still want you, they have no choice but to raise their price to get you. Ben Morrow is like, hey, I'm at 2 million overnight. Why would I work for you if you don't pay me, I don't know, 10K per day? I don't know, I'm not Ben Morrow. But what would you consider that? Earning 150K passively? Who can buy you? Unless they pay you, I don't know, 30 Gs for a task. Something like that. If they really, really want you, they need to be willing to pay the price. This way, it kind of invert the balance between artists and the industry. It gives kind of a bit more power to the artist, which is good in my opinion. You're on the side of the artist on that channel. Hey Mark, nice to see you. Hope you are doing well, man. Nice to see you. Next, a lot of artists are never coming back to the industry because they earn so much money. Like a Peter Moore Baker, this guy is never coming back. People, this guy is never coming back. Zomax, this guy is never coming back. Raphael Lacoste, he's working on indie stuff, but he could live out of NFTs, no problem. Bill Ellis, never coming back to the industry. So much people are never coming back to the industry. I have a buddy of mine. Now he's known as a Dutch Tide on Twitter. And on the NFT space, he's never coming back. This guy's never coming back. No way. There's like 2 CryptoPunks now, 2 or 3. It's like, hey, should I buy a house or a new CryptoPunk? I don't know. He's about to release a huge series that's going to be a huge success. I'm going to invest into it for sure. Not financial advice to you. I want to support that guy. And this guy was a junior I met in 2017 at IAMAG in Paris. And I helped him getting his first job. Now this guy is a multi-millionaire or an incoming multi-millionaire. Selling NFTs and doing whatever he wants. There's no way he's getting back to the industry. It pays less and you don't have your artistic freedom. It's not to say that the industry is bad. Just to say that you're successful at doing what you like. Wow, that's a dream. If what you like, if your dream is to work on a specific project like World of Warcraft, nice. If your dream is working on for you, nice too. Also, on the darkest side of NFTs, a lot of people can wreck themselves because every time you're uploading some NFTs, it costs a bit of money. So you can easily wreck yourself financially if you are not selling. If you are buying shit that doesn't resell. Which I did a lot. But a lesson learned. I'm not flipping shitty NFTs based on tweets now anymore. There are also a bit of controversies that Water Shadows here was suggesting previously. NFTs, like crypto, like stock market, like everything with people trying to sell you something on the internet, which is 90% of business today, it can be kind of predatory. Same way an Instagram influencer is like, hey, this is the new airport killer. It's so good. It's so good in my hair. Buy that on my website with my affiliate link. It's $100. And the truth is, it's a $6 piece of garbage bought on AliExpress that has been drop shipped. The viewers, you need to be very careful because a lot of crypto projects are fucking shit. I'm gonna show it on my own collections. Stuff I will never be able to resell. Raccoon Mafia, this thing is garbage. I'm probably going to accept that one. It's 0.112 ETH, so that's okay. But these ones I'm never selling. This one's garbage. Cyber City Girl Club, garbage shit. Garbage shit. They're like, hey, let's do something for the Stop Asian Hate. Let's help people. Ponzi scheme, garbage shit. Never gave the money to the association. Just wanted to get clout. Ethermore, it's a wait and see. I got some offers, but they are still below the buying price. This stuff has potential, so let's see within like 1 or 2 years. ENS, we'll see. We'll see. I'm just buying them in case. 26 Olympics, no more for D&D Wizard. They didn't have the D&D Wizard, we'll see. Crypto Rocks, I would love them to pump, but there are to no chance. But we never see, maybe in 5 years, some degens decide, hey, this thing is the shit, let's pump that thing. They all buy it and it explodes because there's only 100, so maybe we'll see. That is our mindset, at least. But yeah, Raccoon Mafia, fuck those guys. Cyber City Girls Club, fuck you. And yeah, a lot of other Ponzi's, like all the stuffs, all the 10k shit, most of them will basically go to zero at some point. Maybe not the cool cats, because there's a strong community and they are amongst the first ones. Kid KU, hello Asia, what are you doing?
Hello. I need healing.
Yeah, cool cats, maybe. Bored Ape, probably here to stay. CryptoPunks, as we said, yeah, here to stay too. They're like the gold standard of NFTs, basically. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, you need to be very careful of that Ponzi scheme aspect. It's very predatory, so don't trust strangers on Twitter. Don't accept crypto candies from crypto strangers, basically. Always do your research exactly as you do in crypto. Color background is better for your rocks. I have no idea. There are some different stuff, like the boys, for example. Let's have a look at the boys. You see the boys? I love that series, by the way. Black background. We'll see. We'll see. As I say, the visuals doesn't matter. Visual doesn't matter. They are so... Like this stuff. It's kind of ugly. There's so many ugly stuff. Look at that. What is that? It's done in paint. Yeah, the visuals don't matter at all. Look at that. A lot of stuff we never sell. There's some stuff that are pretty bad looking in my opinion. Anyways. So yeah, that's the first controversy. The second one is about environment. We will avoid the debate of is crypto good or bad for the environment. There are arguments on both sides. The biggest argument against is basically it needs a fuck ton of electricity, which is true. The other hand is transporting money also costs a shit ton of resource, which is also a valid point. Plus, because electricity making is paid in dollars, so it's inflationary, which means that the price will decrease and decrease and decrease. So there is less and less incentive to be energy efficient. You just need to produce more and to consume more. While for crypto, because the electricity you are using is for a deflationary asset, which means the price is only going up, it gives more and more incentive to people mining cryptocurrency and using the computational power to create crypto to figure out more energy efficient ways to mine, which leads to basically making the research in order to get proper and more efficient energy source go further thanks to that. But let's avoid this debate. This is not the video to talk about that, now the channel. But this is just one of the controversy you might be facing as an artist if you are selling NFTs. Like, hey, you are ruining the environment. If you truly believe that you are ruining the environment and you are not okay with that, you know what to do. If you either don't care or don't believe you are ruining the environment, or even think that you are contributing to have a greener environment, you know what to do too. And nobody to tell you what to do, basically. It's up to you. So, let's move away from Rival, please. Those horrors. Let's start talking again about what it means for artists. Something else that it means is basically to avoid the controversies, in any case, you will need to build a strong community. You can't just sell things to random people and not care about them. Because basically you are hoping that your people buying your stuff, unless they just want to support you, which is fine, but generally you want them to earn money, you want to give them opportunity to make money. And you are making money out of the royalties that they are giving to you by reselling your stuff over and over again. So now let's talk about how to make an NFT. It's going to be weird. First of all, let's share my screen again. First of all, you will need to be on like a website. For example, Binance, Kraken, Coinbase. If you can avoid Coinbase, please avoid it. Not financial advice, but fuck Coinbase, basically. Let's talk about Kraken, for example. Or Binance. This is not financial advice, okay? This is not investment advice. This is just to show you how to mint an NFT. To mint an NFT, you need some ETH. Of course, we could be talking about NFTs on other platforms like Solana, Tezos, BNB, but the most commons are still on ETH, so let's just talk about ETH. Other than that, it's just the same principle. But basically, you need to register on one of those exchanges. I'm personally using Kraken mainly, but I've been using Binance in the past. You register, you create an account. It's like creating a bank account. You transfer some money with your credit card or wire transfer to that website. And then you basically buy some Ethereum thanks to that on the platform. There's an option to buy Ethereum. You can watch some YouTube videos about that. I'm not going to dox myself and connect my accounts. But this is just to show you. So get on one of those platforms. For example, buy crypto. You do that with credit card. I want, I don't know, euro. Okay, then I say I want, let's say, 1,000 euro by credit card. You pay. You wait and then you get the ETH on your account. Then basically you have your portfolio somewhere. Your credit. Out of curiosity, what did you decide to change your platform? You quit it Binance. I have not closed my Binance account, but I have nothing else anymore on it. Because I trust Kraken more. This is not platform advice, it's just personal preference. Kraken is more convenient to me. It has coins that I prefer compared to Binance. Plus, Binance has a grayish background. There's some transparency, which Kraken seems to not have, at least at the moment. So I tend to trust Kraken more. But Binance is fine. But please, if you can avoid Coinbase, avoid it. I know that for US people, Coinbase, sometimes you can't really avoid that. But Coinbase, these guys are sharks. They want to eat your money and eat your profits. So pay attention to that. But basically, you need to buy crypto on an exchange platform. It's like when you are going to a foreign country, you're exchanging euros for crowns or rubles or dollars, stuff like that at an exchange post. It's exactly the same principle. Once you get your ETH, you need to transfer that. Give me a sec. Just want to make sure I don't dox myself. There we go. Give me a sec, please. I'm just gonna grab a picture of MetaMask. There we go. Then basically you need to create a MetaMask account. You can do other wallets, but MetaMask is the most commonly used. It's a Chrome extension, can be used on Brave, Firefox, or stuff like that, but you can just install it. I have it right now. I'm not going to open it because I don't want to get doxed in terms of information. But basically it looks like this. Let's have a look. Can we get a decent picture, please? Nope. There we go, like that. Oh, you don't see it, my bad. There we go, it looked like this. Let's do a small screenshot. This is in whatever language. Used to be Russian or something like that. But basically, on your account, there's always some kind of cipher right there. You can copy it by clicking on it. And basically, when you want to transfer your ETH on Binance or Kraken, you go to withdraw and it will ask you for an address and you copy that cipher. This is your public address. So basically, this is an address that you use when you want someone to send you something. It's like the destination. Without that, there's no way to access your address or to send anything. And if there's a mistake, unfortunately, it's sent into oblivion. So copy and paste it, verify, make sure that every number is the good one. Always try to send a very small amount of money first. Make sure that it's good. And if it reaches out to your wallet, you send the rest of your money. Then you wait a bit. You should have now, let's say you have 100 ETH because you are very rich. Good. Now you have some money to basically mint NFTs. So let's say I'm on Rarible and I want to mint something. You go to create. You choose if you want to create a single picture or multiples. Let's say multiples, but it's much the same principle. You can choose a file. I'm gonna grab today's picture, NFT. I can define it as a fixed price or open for bids. I'm gonna pick a fixed price. Let's say 0.05 ETH. There we go. You see there's a service fee. So basically the website will take 2.5% on the transaction. Because the wallet address is obtained only when you start transaction. Or no, it's basically linked to your account. So even if there's no transaction on it, there's already an address. It's like your ID basically. You can choose the collection. So by default, it's the collection arrivable. But if you want to have your own collection, you can, like I have for my rocks, for example. You see, it's my own collection with small pictures of them and stuff like that. My own name and stuff like that. You can create it, but it's gonna cost a bit of money on Rarible. Oh, on Rarible, there's the free minting now, which is basically that the buyer will pay the gas for minting fee. We're gonna disable that for now, but you're gonna see what I mean. Let's get the title, NFT test. Real, you can put a description. Really cool stuff. Must buy. Wow. You can define the royalties. It's in percentile, so this is 10%. I'm fine with that. And you can define the number of copies. Let's say 10. Let's say I click on create item. It's gonna load. So it's uploading. Then it needs to be minted to send the transaction to create the NFT, which is basically registering the picture inside the blockchain. Before, the upload is just to upload the picture. Now it's to register it into the blockchain with the history and stuff like that. So I need to pay some gas right now. Sorry, it might be a bit small, but basically it's asking me to pay $145 right now worth of gas. The gas fee is basically the energy you need to spend in order to get your operation done on the blockchain, basically. I can modify the amount of gas that I want. I can define if I want low, medium, or high. Generally, you want it on high or medium. I'm gonna explain why later. And then you need to confirm. I'm not going to confirm because it's fucking expensive. So I'm gonna reject that. Then you need to approve. Sometimes you have another gas fees to pay. But this is way cheaper because it's just validating someone, while this one is registering something to the blockchain. So it's way more important work to do. Then you put it on sale and you sign the message and it's free generally. Now there's the option of free minting, which is basically if you create an item right now, it's uploading. Generally, it's going to be minted only when someone wants to buy it. So for now, you pay nothing. It's just a JPEG. And once someone wants to buy it, it's going to mint the thing. So basically, for now, it's still a JPEG. And when someone buys it, this person has to pay for the minting fees in addition to the price. This might be pretty steep. This is on Rarible. On OpenSea, it's a bit similar. I create something. Oops. There we go. So again, you can choose a picture. There we go. Test NFT team. You can put a link. If there is a website, something like that. You can put a description. Very cool. Must By wow. You can add it to a collection. I have my Crypto Rock Rescue right now, but I also have a test one. I'm gonna pick the text one. You can put some properties, some levels, some stat. I'm not going to go in detail into that because that's specific to OpenSea. There's plenty of tutorials about that. You can have some unlockable content, which is basically a link. Everything that can be contained as a text. It can be a redeem code, a link, an access key, something like that. Let's imagine you have a link. Let's put the Twitch TV/theartnest. There we go. You can define the supply if you want. Depends on what you're minting. And you can define the blockchain. Ethereum or Polygon. Let's stick on Ethereum. And let's click on create. There we go. So OpenSea is saying it's an NFT. It's not. It's not. Well, it's just a JPEG with a fake history. When someone wants to buy it, let's say I'm putting it on sale for a fixed price. Let's say 0.1 ETH. Complete listing. There we go. Sometimes I need to sign on my wallet. You see the sign? I can just click on sign. And it will confirm the listing. I'm not going to sign because I don't want to upload that on the market. If you click on sign right now, right here, it's going to be uploaded and put on sale. So technically, if I get back, there will be just the price of 0.1 ETH. And basically, the person buying that will pay the real minting fee because for now it's just a JPEG. Exactly as exactly the same way as it works for the free minting on Rarible. For super rare, for Nifty Gateway, for async and stuff like that, you need an invite. So you need to apply or get an invitation by someone already on the platform. So it's very private, it's very curated, and it's very hard to access those places. I have an account on async. I've never tried to add something. Async is kind of cool because it's based on layers. This picture is not a good example. But basically it's like saying the Photoshop file with few layers and everyone is owning a layer and can update it. So you can activate or deactivate your layer. It can change the picture, which is kind of cool. It's also working for music and move videos and stuff like that. All right. So this is basically how to mint an NFT. First of all, you grab some ETH. So you need to send your own money. An exchange platform like Kraken, Binance, Coinbase, stuff like that. Once you get the ETH, you transfer that to your MetaMask. And once you have your MetaMask, you link your MetaMask to OpenSea, for example. Sometimes you need to pay some fees to register on OpenSea. It's like $150, something like that. Then you can meet exactly as I showed. Back on the gas price. Gas is the unit of basically effort that the computers in the network needs to use, you know, to process your activity, the blockchain, the operation. There's a cool website called Etherscan, etherscan.io, a gas tracker. And it's telling you the average gas price right there. So for now, it's around 111 gwei. Gwei is the unit for gas. It's translated in dollars. And it's paid in ETH. So for example, generally, you check the Uniswap swap price, and it's around the price of minting an NFT. In general, it can be a bit higher. So it's around 90. And you see every 20 seconds it refreshes because if your network is updating every 20 seconds, basically. Or every 10 seconds, in that case, for the gas. You see it's changing. Next one in 1 second. Boom, and it spiked at 115 GUI. And that's why it's important to pay the high gas fees. Because basically it's like a bus ticket. And you can go inside the bus only if you pay enough. If you don't pay enough, you need to wait for the traffic to be less congested. Wait for a bus that will allow you and go back down. So let's say you paid 100 GUI. For now, the transaction will be waiting for a block, which is every 10 seconds, to be at 100 GUI or lower. In the meantime, your transaction is waiting. 103, maybe you have a chance. But if you paid 100, you still need to wait for 100 GUI. Here we go. Now you are on the train and your transaction is processed. That's why it's important to pay high, because generally sometimes it can spike and sometimes your transaction can be lost. So you need to be very careful about that. So always track the GUI, see on a few blocks how it goes, and figure out the average price that you can pay. Generally, when the US are sleeping, which is generally 9 a.m. European time on the Mondays, that's where the gas is the lowest. Basically, it's just to illustrate how congestion and use the traffic is in the crypto space. So just figure out a time of the day and a time of the week where basically everyone is sleeping. That's why you will have low gas. There we go. Let me check my notes to see if there's anything else we can talk about. How to mint. And now you just need to wait and hopefully make some profits. Quick words on auctions. You can also put that on auctions like on eBay. If the auction reaches the price that you asked for, it's going to be validated automatically. Maybe after a small delay, if there's the way to program that. But if you decide to validate the transaction by yourself, you're going to pay the gas fees. Not to validate that, so be careful about it. Let's finish that presentation by talking about how to be successful. This is very easy to say. This is a bit harder to do. Bear with me. To me, the main points are, first of all, you need to have very, very strong connection with your people, with your community. Which means being very active on social media, especially Twitter. Twitter is the way to be, is the way to go, is the place to be when you're in the NFT space. They don't really care about Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. They're on Twitter mainly. So this is a Twitter native space. You need to learn the codes of Twitter. You need to interact with people. You need to gain their trust. You can't send a fuck ton of messages to random people having a lot of money and a lot of fans like, hey dude, can you buy my stuff please? It's like, hey dude, can you give me free money? It's not how it works. You need to become friends with them. You need to gain their trust. You need to get them to trust you. And basically make sure they are willing to help you, willing to support you, to support your work by buying your stuff, and hopefully able to make money thanks to you too. And this is the second point. You need to make sure that your art is an opportunity for people to make money. That's why generally you sell that for very cheap. You're not making money on the initial sale. You're making money when people are flipping that thanks to the royalties. That's the main mistake I made with my rocks. I put them too high in price between 0.1 and 0.5 ETH, which is way too much. It should have been 0.1 ETH per rock maximum, or 0.05 ETH would have been even better. It would have been sold out in few seconds because it's cheap. It's like 20% of an ETH. At the time it was like $100. 0.5 ETH, it was like 1k. It's a lot. And there's no upside potential yet. It's low risk, potential high reward. And if you lose 0.05 ETH, that's okay. I mean, at least that's not as bad as losing 0.5 ETH. So there's low risk, potential reward, and low entry point. This way you can reach out to a lot of people. And because people know that these are accessible for cheap, there's this kind of FOMO, like, oh my god, I need to buy them because someone can snag like 20 of them for 1 ETH in a second. I need to be quick and to buy them. So, and then this is sold out, there's still demand, that's where the price are going up. So this is important not to have an absurd quantity. If you are putting like every rock is like 1 million available, will you be able to sell all of them? Probably not. If they are still available for the base price, there's no way to sell them for higher. That's something you need to be very careful about. Next, if possible, your pictures and your art needs to have utility. That's why generally you need to have a coding body with you that will be able to do the coding part and the gamey part of your NFTs for you. So generally, when you want to start as an NFT person, that's what I will do on my next series at least. You team up with at least 2 persons. You team up with, I'm the artist. Basically, you need 3 persons. You need 1 artist, 1 social media person that is able to be extroverted, be outgoing, being able to talk and be friends with people and gain their trust and manage the social media hype and community stuff. And the last one is a coding guy, coding person for the tech part. And generally, you also need a Discord person, unless the social media person can handle that by himself or herself. So you need 3 persons, then you split the profit in 3. But it's less work. In some ways, still as profitable as if you were doing that on your own. It's just less work. So connect with people. Make sure there are opportunities for them to earn money thanks to your art by flipping your stuff. Because this is how you gain their trust. It's like, hey, I made money thanks to that guy in the past. He's releasing a new series. I made money last time. I'm going to buy it again because I'm expecting to make money again thanks to that. The profit you have, don't buy a Lambo immediately. Don't buy a Rolex. Don't buy caviar. Don't flex it. Start by reinvesting into your community, building more stuff for your community, building some rewards, some bonus, some governance for them. Don't flex it straight away. After a few sales, of course, you keep a bit for yourself. You start humble, you reinvest. It goes exponentially bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until at some point it's running autonomously. And then you can buy a Lambo and stuff like that if you want. Yeah, the gains, reinvest them into your community. And finally, this one seems a bit stupid, but be patient. Because it needs to build social media, you need to build traction, you need to build trust. It's a long process. So unless you are a superstar on Instagram with like 500,000 followers, and you are admitted on Super and you are able to drag your community towards Super because of hype, generally it's not very good because you will sell them very expensive stuff right from the start and there's no guarantee that something that you sell them, I don't know, if you sell them a piece for 1 ETH, there's no guarantee that it will sell for 2 in the future. So that's why a low entry price is generally interesting. Beeple, for example, every Beeple piece sells for thousands and thousands, if not thousands of hundreds of thousands of dollars. What he's doing is every time you enter one of his raffle, you have a questionnaire. Then there is some kind of random selection. And if you are selected, you can buy one piece for €1. And you can flip it instantly for, I don't know, 10k, 100k, 20k, 200k, something like that. And first of all, it's life-changing for you, who got that for $1 and you are able to instantly sell it for like 100k. And people takes like a 5% cut. So every time someone flips it, he's making 5k. So it's a win-win-win scenario for everyone. This is a way to, at least for people, to change people's life. My buddy Dutch Tide, that's how he started. He got the people for $1,000. He sold it for $245,000, something like that. 245k, something like that. Which is life-changing money. Then he bought a CryptoPunk with that, or two. Resold it for even more expensive, like 100 ETH. And that's how he got started. It all started with $1,000 people. So yeah, connect with people, have utilities, reinvest inside your community, and be patient. And get them opportunities to make money. That's it. The presentation. Whew. Is there any question? I'll stay for like 30 seconds. You're welcome. Oh, it's a bit late. I've eaten a lot. Tomorrow, after the streams, I'm starting to draw again. Gonna draw for like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, if not more, every evening. I'm finishing my client's work. And then, it'll be good. All right. Let's stay for like 30 seconds unless there are some questions. Feel free to ask. You can join the voice chat. If someone wants to join and comment on that. As always, it's time for the daily speech. For YouTube, we need to play by the algorithm. Feel free to drop a like, drop some comments if you found it useful. If you want me to further discuss some points, feel free to ask that in the comments too. Feel free to join us on Twitch, join us on YouTube, join us on Discord. We are building a very nice community of very motivated people. And some people joined recently, which is pretty cool. If you want to interact with me, the best place to do that is on Twitch. So you can have the chat, you can see the videos in real time and in advance compared to YouTube. You can join the Discord to ask me some questions in real time. We will be doing some free consultation at some point. It should be today on Thursdays. I just wanted to keep going with the presentations from now. It's a bit too early for the free consultation, but if on a Thursday you have some questions, even not related to the industry or to today's presentation, as long as it's related to art and maybe the industry in general, you are free to ask them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you found it useful, if you found the content useful, feel free to share it to other people you might think would find it useful too. There you go. Anyways, I'm going to stop for tonight. Tomorrow there will be another presentation. I don't know on what yet, but you will see that on Discord and on social media. Yeah, and then I start doing some drawing. The drawing will be as a replay on YouTube. They will be accessible on Twitch for sure. So feel free to join and do the homework together. Have a good night, folks. Take care.